Hi everyone. Today we're gonna talk about the wrong way how to heal after a relationship and what are the myths about breakups. My name is Martin Durak and I'm a life coach and I use a holistic approach to help people heal trauma so they can have healthy, vibrant relationships, so they can find joy and happiness in life again, and they develop this powerful mindset so they're not paralyzed by fears and they're not afraid to tackle their goals. And together with my girlfriend Michaela, we have created Milimar Holistic Healing and Coaching, where we focus on helping people deal with trauma and help them heal. But back to today's topic. What are the wrong ways to heal after a relationship? Well, you might be surprised because this goes against the common knowledge, what everybody knows, and everybody thinks that it is the right way how to heal or how to get through the pain after a breakup. But this common knowledge is simply wrong. And let me get into why. The reason, well, first maybe let's talk about what are these ways, what everybody considers the right way, the obvious way, how to get through the pain or how to deal with the pain or heartbreak after a breakup. So I would summarize it this way. Well, the number one common knowledge way how to heal or overcome a breakup is to develop a bunch of habits and like really get productive and do create something, start a new project, and start doing some new things. Maybe start going to the gym, maybe completely change your wardrobe and how you dress. There would be actually second common knowledge way that you need to change how you look, and so you change how you feel. But I would say the number one thing is that you need to keep yourself busy. If it's with the gym or if it's with you choosing your new shirt or your new shoes or choosing what trip or what vacation you're gonna take, I would summarize it as simply keep yourself busy. Right? We hear it everywhere, we hear it all the time. And I have to say, this is simply wrong. This is not gonna help you heal. This is not gonna help you change the patterns of relationships you've had. And if you have been struggling with really toxic or narcissistic relationships or just really awful relationships, or maybe you're meeting people who are not willing to commit to you, right? Well, either way, I would summarize it as I'm sorry about that. That was our grandma. She just brought our blankets. Anyway, where was I? I would summarize it as the biggest myth about how to heal after breakup is to keep yourself busy. And don't get me wrong, it will help you feel better. It will help you to kind of be able to survive these really strong, painful emotions of disconnection and separation anxiety and this feeling of loneliness and maybe hit to your ego that there might be something wrong with you. These are all feelings that might come up after a breakup, and those are completely natural. And those are simply feelings, and we need to feel them, and that's part of being a human. But if we simply keep ourselves busy and so we keep ourselves busy to get on the other side, or like let's say we keep ourselves busy so we don't have to feel these emotions, or we are just waiting for them to pass. Well, yeah, it will help you. You will be busy. Maybe you will move to a new place. Maybe you will look completely differently. And by the time you have done it, because it will take you some time, by the time you have done it and you have become super ripped and you have this six-pack, you will feel better. You'll feel better. Don't get me wrong. That's true. But that's not healing, right? Because there's a big difference between healing something, or in other words, dealing with the root of the problem, why those things are happening to you, or why the problem is in the first place. This is completely different compared to just ignoring or just waiting for the feelings to pass, right? So because what will happen is that you will feel better when you keep yourself busy, and maybe you will even meet someone new. But hey, guess what? After some time, when you go through the phase of, oh my god, this new person is amazing, they know exactly what to say, they give me the right kind of attention, and they're just perfect. After you get past this point of these pink glasses, where you see only the positive things, the more darker parts of that person will come to the surface, and maybe they will tell you they already have a partner, or they are separated and still in contact with their wife, and thinking of going back to her, or maybe, I'm sorry, my face is kind of itchy. Or maybe they will just tell you that they don't want relationships. They don't want serious relationship, long-term relationship. They just wanted to not feel lonely for some time, and now they're going to travel the world and they are saying bye-bye to you, right? Or they turn out to be really bad communicators who are like a wall, and they don't say anything. And then you find out that they cheated on you, right? Because they were not able to say how they feel and what they need, and so on and so on. So in other words, if you just wait for the feelings, if you keep yourself busy after a breakup and wait for the feelings to pass and do absolutely nothing about, and change absolutely nothing about how you operate, I guarantee you will get into the same situation again. And you will go through the same heartbreak, you will go through the same pain again. So this is a really big myth that it's a well-meant advice, obviously. Like, it will help you get through the feelings and through the emotions. But the big critical part, what will actually change your life and change what you experience in love in the future from that point, is missing, right? The part, what is missing is that you need to start working on yourself. You need to start looking at the reasons. You need to start looking at the reasons within the frame of how you think, how you behave, how you feel, what are you attracted to, and so on and so on. So in other words, you need to step out of the space of blaming or waiting or being the victim, and you need to step in a space of, okay, maybe if I had 3, 4, 5, 6 terrible relationships and terrible heartbreaks, and every time it looked really great at the beginning and it ended just awful, maybe it's not a bad luck, maybe it has something to do with me, right? And this is already a great win for you. This is great, because you are getting into this momentum of, okay, well, something doesn't add here. Maybe I have to stop chasing or looking for the perfect partner and start working on myself so I can become the perfect partner. And this is a really, really crucial thing to understand, and not only to understand, but also actually start doing it, right? So I would say that the biggest myth about how to heal or how to overcome the relationship is actually that you keep yourself busy, but that's actually not healing, right? That's just keeping yourself busy. That's just waiting. That's just kind of kicking the can by the road, and until the terrible feeling passes, just not really doing anything. And if nothing has changed within how you operate, I have to say it again, nothing will change how your relationships operate. It's just a common sense. That's how it works. And I would say then the second big myth or common knowledge, what everybody thinks this is the right way to do it, this is the way how it will help me, is that you need to go to talk therapy. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely respect therapists and counselors and people who do this kind of work, because it's tough to be in this space of people's problems, right, and people's pain, and hearing about the suffering of people and of the broken hearts. It is definitely tough, and it requires a specific person to do it. So don't get me wrong, I have a huge amount of respect for anyone who is in the field of helping through any kind of means to helping other people, right? If it's talk therapy, if it's any kind of therapy, counseling, psychotherapy, couples counseling, anything like that. I admire the fact that you are doing it, and I respect deeply any of you who are in this field. Anyway, I still stand behind my point here that to heal after a relationship or to change your love life, let's say, you need to go to talk therapy and talk about it. You need to talk about your childhood to the smallest detail and dissect all the reasons and meanings from your childhood and why it hurt you and why it didn't hurt you and so on. And you know what? Again, it will make you feel better because you'll go there, you'll talk, the emotion will pass, and you will feel better. But again, feeling better or letting the emotion pass is not really taking care of the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is attachment trauma. Right? If you are struggling with relationships, you've had some kind of trauma. You've had some kind of attachment trauma. And attachment trauma it's a really deep topic, and I don't want to be talking about that in this video because it could be another 5 videos by itself. But simply, you have become in some way insecure, and by being insecure, you are subconsciously acting and behaving in a way which is causing you to end up in those situations, and which is causing you to ignoring the red flags and falling for the same kind of traps and situations, even though you say that you will never do it again. Right? It's because we have two separate minds. We have the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and the subconscious mind is where all this trauma and this imprint of your past, and it doesn't even have to be your childhood, it could be like any kind of traumatic experience from your romantic relationships or anything really in your life, not just childhood. And all these experiences become this imprint in your mind, and it gets stored deep in your subconscious mind. It's called the implicit memory system, and there it sits, and it has this sneaky way of pulling your strings and pushing your buttons in a way that you don't even realize it, but it leads you into self-sabotaging behaviors and experiences that cause you heartbreak, cause you feeling torn apart, frustrated, depressed, anxious, and so on and so on. So to really deal with this in the right way, you need to first you need to not just you need to not just not keep yourself busy with things that have nothing to do with how you operate, but also not to talk about it, but also work on the root of the problem. So don't keep busy, don't talk about it, work on the root of the problem, which is in the subconscious mind. And this is where the holistic approach is coming into play. And this is why we are so passionate about it with me and Michaela, that we started helping people and coaching people and healing people. And we use techniques and practices would go really deep, that would go actually right into that implicit memory system, into your subconscious mind, into your autonomic nervous system, where everything is stored without you even realizing. And we focus right on that. We find the cause of the problem, we find the root of the cause, and we work on releasing it, healing it, fixing it, processing it, whatever has to happen, so it's completely resolved and it's gone, and it doesn't come back in your life as these symptoms of the trauma still being inside of being still within you, right? So I just came to my mind, and maybe I should mention a few of the symptoms, how you can tell that there's something in you what's not resolved yet. Well, for example, you are people pleaser. You just have to keep this safe environment around you, and you need to solve other people's problems. It makes you feel really great. You get this adrenaline rush, you get this feeling of worthiness, and then you mean something, and then other people value you. And this is actually a big solid sign of attachment trauma, people pleasing. And that's something that needs to be worked on, and it's something what cannot be dealt with just by talking. It's just two different parts of your brain. It just doesn't work that way. And if you want another symptom how you can tell that you need to go deeper is that you have problems with keeping your emotions at bay, right? You have this emotional explosiveness, and you have really strong sensitivity to certain kinds of triggers that are seemingly small to other people, right? Maybe even to you. Maybe you get really triggered by just one word or sentence, or one small thing like dirty dishes in the sink, and you have this really strong emotional reaction about it, and you don't know why. And a few days later, you're just like, what the hell was that? Why did I get so upset about that? Well, this is a strong sign that you have some kind of trauma in yourself, and it needs to be worked on, it needs to be healed, it needs to be dealt with. And I don't want to make this video too long. It's getting a little dark here, so I don't want to end up just being this little shady face on the camera here. So for today's video, I will end it, and I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something. And if you would like to talk about your situation with us, and maybe you want to chat about how we could help you using our system and techniques we use with our clients, maybe you want to talk about how we can help you with your specific situation, then if you do want to do that, if you do want to chat, feel free to book a call with us. I'll leave the link in the description or somewhere around in this video. And once you click the link, your your browser will go to our scheduling app, where you can choose a date and time that works for you the best, and then we'll call you on that time and date, and we can talk about your situation. We will get really clarity about your situation, and we'll get clarity on what is your next step supposed to be, and if we can help you make that step. And if we cannot help you for some reason, maybe we will be not a good fit. It happens sometimes, that's all good. then we will point you in a direction of someone of some resource what can help you or will help you, right? Either way, you're gonna get tremendous clarity and value from this call about your situation and what to do next. So if you want to talk, feel free to book a call, and we'll talk to you soon.